All right, I know that I've said in the past that I'm doing something a little different today, but believe me, I am doing something a little different today. One of the things that I've noticed, it seems like, is as I've shared in the past, I cook too big of portions, and I've took a lot of heat over that from not from people who eat it, but from my wife that I've took too big of portions. So what I've been trying to do is I'm doing something that's nigh to impossible today. I've got a 2-quart crock pot, little tiny crock pot, $9.96 from the Walmart. Okay, it's a 2-quart crock pot. What I'm trying to do is cook in smaller portions. Okay, now can I do it? Don't know. Gonna try. And I'm also doing something a little different today. I've sort of wrote down not my recipe, but the order in which I put the ingredients in the crock pot. So I'm going to give this a shot. And not only that, I've got 2 measuring cups out today, 2 Betty Crocker. It's a half a cup and a 1 cup. What I'm going to do with them, I don't know. We'll find out as we go along, but I'm going to try to measure because it's a little crock pot. But what I'm telling you is, and I've got some other things I'm putting together that are going to be really cool later on, but I want to try to do this in such a way that it's, and I may skip through some things in the editing, okay? All right, first thing we'll do is, this is an all-in-one Thanksgiving dinner, is what they call this. It's all-in-one Thanksgiving dinner, and you'll see why. Okay, we're going to start with the potato. I'm going with just a regular yellow small potato. I'm going to cut this up into small portions. Okay, no, I'm not going to snap my fingers on this one. Janice likes it when I snap my fingers, except when I'm snapping them at her, and then she don't like it. Okay, I'm going to do 1 potato, and I want to see what it looks like. Okay, and I'm going to measure it. Now, here's what happens when you do that. Okay, you may do that and lose part of a potato. Well, sometimes that's going to happen. Which I not. It really breaks my heart if I lose part of a potato. But you don't have to lose it. You can go ahead and cook it some other way. But what we're trying to do is cook in smaller portions. You think why? Well, because, okay? Here's 1 cup. Potatoes. Okay? That is a heaping cup of potatoes. Okay? That's what you call 1 cup plus of potatoes. Okay. Now, it's going to be the first thing I put in my crock pot, down in the bottom. 1 cup of potatoes. Okay. Now, after the cup of potatoes, I'm going to hit just a sprinkle of salt, nothing to amount to anything really. Okay. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to hit it with a few butter pats. Okay. 4 to be exact, since I'm in a real measuring mode. 4. Okay. Now, here's something that I'm completely not understood of, but I'm going to do. Just a second. Janice put my milk up. I got to get it back out. I'm going to put 1/2 a cup of regular whole milk. You can use half and half if you would like. This is really something to me to do. Okay, it's a 1/2 a cup of milk. Okay, now, all right. Now what I'm going to do, I've got that set up. What I done was yesterday, and I packaged up a bunch of chicken in the freezer. Janice and I, we vacuum seal and do that a bunch. Okay, but what I done was I've got these chicken breasts. They're not expensive. I got chicken, but all chicken's expensive. But they're just individually frozen, smaller chicken. And what I done, I took 1 of them and I let it thaw out in a baggie last night. Okay. I'm going to cut these 1 more time, okay, almost into cubes. All right. This is 1 chicken breast, and you can get these individually done at the store. Now, this is the next thing I'm going to place on there, chicken. Okay, I'm going to do 1 small chicken breast. Okay, which is enough for 2 people. Janice, she thinks it's not, but I know it is. One small chicken breast. Okay. Now, I've got the one small chicken breast in there. Okay, once I do that, I'm going to season it. Now, here's the deal with seasoning. Seasoning, I'm going to put a little garlic. Seasoning is in the eye of the beholder. Okay? I'm going to hit it with a little bit of garlic. Garlic powder, not garlic salt. I'm going to hit it with a little bit of onion powder. Okay? Onion powder. Now, I'm going to hit it with also a little bit of parsley. Okay? I may hit it with some more parsley later. Parsley, I begin to like parsley. Okay? Just a touch of Italian seasoning. Possibly if just a touch comes out. All right. Now, also, a little bit of rosemary. Okay? That was a little bit. Now, also, what I'm going to do is, these are the chicken cubes. Okay? What are they, you say? Don't know exactly. I don't think nobody knows exactly what's in these things. But I'm going to put one in here. And what I'm showing today is, the thing I'm going over is smaller portions. Okay? In smaller portions, I have to measure just a little bit because, man, it can look really big when you think these chicken cubes are sealed. Okay? And you're thinking it's just hard to cook in smaller portions. It's easy to cook in big portions. Okay, now, chicken seasoning. Now, here's the deal. You can use a cream of mushroom or cream of chicken. Okay? It calls for a can of that. I'm going to pour 1/2 of it on here. Just right on it. Nothing else. Because I got to pour a little bit of it later. I'm going to pour. See, this all you're using is 1 can of soup. Okay? Okay, just 1 can of cream of chicken soup. That's what you're using. I'm giving just a little bit more here. I'm trying to split it up because it calls for it. I got to do it again in just a moment. All right, now, okay, soup is on there. Now, here's the deal, too. It calls for stuffing. I had the Food Line stuffing in my cart originally, just regular old Food Line stuffing, $1.99. Then I happened to see, I know Janice was really hard on me about this, so I seen that they had that for 2 for $4. So I went ahead and got the regular stovetop stuffing because I know that if I didn't, I would be in trouble. Now, when I originally seen this recipe, they didn't do it like I'm doing it. They just sort of sprinkled it on top. Okay? But I'm going to measure it. Okay? This is 1 cup. And I don't know if that's the right amount or not, but I'm just doing 1 cup. Okay? I'm going to take this 1 cup, and I'm just going to sprinkle it on top of this mixture. Okay? 1 cup seems about right. That covers it pretty good. All right? Now, I've got the stuffing on there. I've got that. All right, now what we do, we're going to put some more. We're going to butter again. Okay? I've cut the butter up already. Now, you know how I am about butter. Butter always makes everything better. Okay? All right? I'm going to hit it with the butter right there. Butter just seems to make it all go better. Butter makes it go. I'm going to keep this stuffing for later. Okay? I'm going to put it in here, back in my stovetop stuffing box, to keep it for later. All right, now, this is the thing that gets a little tricky again, because you'll notice my crock pot is getting a little full, but the main stuff I have is already, it's not, I'm about there, okay? I'm going to do this in the 1/2 cup range, okay, just in case it's, you want to put some beans. Now, I'm using a frozen bean, just a regular, whoops, I dropped them in my soup. I dropped the beans in my soup, okay? But anyway, I'm going to measure this. This is a 1/2 cup of beans. Okay, I think a whole cup might be a little much. Yeah, I'm just going to go with a 1/2 cup because we're trying to really do a thing here that we're not putting it too much. Okay, beans. Okay, now beans are on. Now for the rest, I've got a little bit of beans in my soup, so I can use my beans in my soup. Okay, now the rest of this soup, we're using a whole can of the cream of chicken when we get done. That's all we're using. And that's a lot, okay? All right. But anyway, that's a whole can of cream of chicken all together. So I used it half twice. I'm going to spread this around. All right. And the reason we're doing this, this is only a 2-quart crock pot. It'd be good for 2 people, 1 people, how many ever small amount of people. It'd be good for it. Now, cheese, okay? Cheese is a funny thing. I'm not crazy about cheese, but I'm going to measure it. This is a half a cup. Okay? And some of it's going over. Let's see what we can do here. Half a cup of cheese. Okay? I'm measuring, and I normally never measure. Janice measures religiously. Okay? But I don't measure much. That's why the kids fuss. Okay, that's a half a cup of cheese. Okay, mozzarella cheese, half a cup of mozzarella cheese. This is a Thanksgiving dinner, small portion. And what happens is, okay, here's the deal we run into sometimes. When you're alone or there's just 2 of you sometimes, I don't know if you're like me, but you tend not to cook as much, okay? Or if you're alone by yourself, you tend not to cook as much. You think, I'll just eat a sandwich. Cooking, when I started cooking, and I didn't cook for a long time, Dennis and I at one point in time had 8 restaurants, but we made hamburgers, hot dogs. I didn't really cook. But during COVID, I shared this. There was a guy on TV called Steve. I called him Drunk Steve. He never was literally drunk when he cooked, but he always had what's called a beer fund people donated to, so I called him Drunk Steve. So he was cooking, and he never really measured much. He would camp out, and he would just cook on a little burner stove. I believe I can do that. So I started cooking, and I found it to be fun and interesting. So what I'm saying is, say you're alone. You live alone by yourself. Just me, nobody but me. Well, I mean, this would be something to do. Something interesting, something to do. You'll eat better. I believe it. You actually would eat better if you would do your own cooking. If you cook stuff, and I don't mind eating out, but I really do mind eating out more than what you think. I like to eat at the house, and I just enjoy my own cooking. I shared with you, I don't eat a lot of leftovers because I like the excuse to cook again. So I give the leftovers away. I don't like to cook. Now, I'm going to put this in my little $9.99 crock pot. Okay? $9.96. Got it from the Walmart. Okay? You can see it. I dropped the lid on it. It's plugged up. Now, I have a lot to do today, so I'm going to go on low instead of high for 6 hours. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. That way, it will be ready by this evening when we get ready to eat. All right? So, there we are. Now, if everything works right, I'll show that to you when it's done. I'll try my best to remember. I'll try to set a timer. Oh, I'll write a note. Janice, we should write a note and put on here, show when you're done. Because I forget to show it, man. I just forget to show it. But what I'm trying to do is share it with you. You can cook in some small portions. You can cook in some little... My neighbor's got a cow. I swear, it's in my front yard. It comes to the window in the mornings, this cow does, and they won't milk it half the time. They don't milk it. Chris, I don't know why they won't milk the cow. We have to go out, and me and Janice will probably have to go out and milk the cow. We have to do that. We have to feed the chickens. I don't know why they get a cow if they won't. I don't know why they get a cow if they won't milk it. But anyway, okay. Be sure on this, if you would, on whatever you're watching me on, if you'll make sure you subscribe or follow or something like that, and it helps over the long run, helps the algorithms and help it get out. I've done a quick program this morning. I'll lock this up real fast, and then we'll go on and show you when it's done. I done a program this morning. I went live on TikTok. I know Janice didn't know it. She didn't catch me. And it was called Breakfast with John. I went live on TikTok, and it was a lot of fun. I might do it on Facebook later on, but this Breakfast with John, it was pretty cool. I got to laugh. First thing, my camera kept falling. It kept falling. My camera did. It kept falling. I have to turn my head sideways to stay on. It was terrible, but it was a lot of fun. Anyway, I'll be back hopefully to show you when this is done. Adios. Okay. I think at 10:30, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 6 hours. We've been running on low. We put it on warm. Okay. Now, this is it. There's no reason why you can't fix this. Okay. This is the whole kabang. It's called, you see the potatoes, the chicken, you see it all right in there. This is the stuffing. This has got the okay, now that's everything. Stuffing, you can see the stuffing, you see the green beans, you see the chicken, potatoes are in there. That's the rest of potato. Okay, now I don't know about biting this. You know why? I'm pretty smart. I'm just going to do a little tiny bite. I think it's pretty good. I can't tell because I just want to take a little tiny bite, don't want to take a big bite. It's got, you see the stuffing on this? It's sort of like almost like a casserole. Okay, it's almost like a big casserole. There's the chicken. It's done. Man, that's nice. There's the potatoes, the green beans, the stuffing's on there, browned. I'm going to tell you what. This is looks very, very good. Do I know if it tastes very good? Don't know yet. I want to bite it, but it's very good. It's sort of almost like a casserole in a way. There's the chicken. There's the chicken right there. See how good the chicken looks? Okay, all right. So, I might try to bite the chicken. Okay. I'm going to tell you what. It's going to be hard to beat this. There's no reason why Tim Boyd can't fix this at home. I talked to him this morning about it. I said, Tim, you can fix this. Tim, you can do it. Have confidence, young man. You can do it. There's why Harriet Dash can't do it at home. It's all in there very nice inside the crock pot. It's down in there just as good. I mean, it looks really, really good. I think Janice is going to like it. I believe so. Okay. All right then. That was it. That is, it's a Thanksgiving dinner in a 2-quart crock pot. 6 hours, easy to make. Didn't take no time to put together. Might not take near as long if you wasn't filming it. So it took me a little longer probably than it would take you. But I'm taking the challenge on. I'm cooking in the small portions. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to I'm going to do my chili beans, my world famous chili beans in a 2-quart crock pot. You see my ribbon? You don't just see those anywhere. That is the sign of a professional chef. I'm a world award-winning professional chef. I'm a legend in my own mind. Those of you that don't get to watch me on the TikTok, now if you don't watch TikTok, maybe it's where it's Chinese and everything, you really missed something good this morning. I done breakfast with John live on TikTok. It was really good. It was really, really good on TikTok. I went live. But anyway, okay. Be sure to like, share, and follow. Be right on there. And be sure and share. If you don't mind, I'd like to, a few of you, if you would just make sure you share this video. Share it with somebody. Maybe you got somebody to share it with them. Share it with somebody. Take time. Be sure and share it with somebody. All right, do that. All right, I'm going to get off of here. This is Thanksgiving dinner in a 2-quart crock pot. And it's been done by John Dash, the award-winning chef. Adios.